When you're relaxing in between your work periods, are you relaxing to put your mind at ease and get yourself ready for the next work period appropriately? Or are you relaxing but in fear that you aren't putting in enough time and effort into your work? I think a great example of this would be in school when you're preparing for a test. You'll study so often, but in between your study periods, whether they're like structured or just all over the place, you're so scared that you aren't putting in enough time into your studying. So when test day comes along, you are just so scared when you walk into the classroom and you have no confidence in yourself to actually move forward and do the best you can because you feel like you have no chance of actually succeeding. This may sound unrealistic at first, but if you can combine your best work habits with productive downtime, there's a good chance that you could accomplish more in 3 hours than you could in 8 hours. And I know this for a fact because when I was in grade 10, also known as the worst point in my life, even so, I still wanted to put in a good amount of time towards my studying. I still want to put in a good amount of effort towards my tests. So, let's say the day before a test, I want to study a good amount. What will happen is that I cannot apply that effort. So, instead of working hard and smart, I'm only working hard. I have no real way of getting my best study habits and putting them into action. So, I'll study all over the place at completely random increments or intervals or whatever the case may be. And then on top of that, I'll feel so guilty when I'm not studying, and it will completely wreck my mindset. So when test day comes around, I'm one of those kids who walks into the room and is so scared and has no confidence in themselves to really do the best they can because they feel like there's no chance that they can actually do well on this test. It can really screw people up. So, because of this, I believe there is a solution, and that ultimately is combining your best work habits and productive downtime. So, in my case, my best work habits include structuring. This may not work for you, but I'm going to use it in this example. So, we're going to use structuring and what you should incorporate into your work periods or just your everyday life, productive downtime. So, let's say today is Saturday. You have a math exam on Monday. So, you have 2 more days to get your last bits of review in for this exam. So there's 8 units in math, so you decided that you're going to study the first 4 units today, the last 4 units tomorrow. So we're going to do the same schedule for both days, so only mention it once. So what you're going to do is from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., you're going to study Unit 1. Unit 1 only, no distractions, just strictly Unit 1. And then from 12 p.m. to 12:45, you are going to just relax. It's going to be taking a break and putting your mind at ease. From 12:45 to 1:45, you're going to study Unit 2. From 1:45 to 2:30, another 45-minute break. 2:30 to 3:30, you are studying Unit 3. 3:30 to 4:15, another 45-minute break. And lastly, 4:15 to 5:15, you're studying Unit 4. You want to repeat the same process tomorrow. Now, if you want to incorporate this into your everyday life, I mean, you can adjust it if necessary just to adapt to your own schedule, but the point is, those 45-minute breaks, those are made to get you ready for the next work period. They are not for you to be thinking about what you could be doing or what you should be doing. You have done the work in your work period, and now it's time to just relax before the next work period to get your mind in the right state. This is exactly how I went from a 78% average in grade 10 to a 93% average in grade 12. When I walk into the classroom, I am confident as hell, and I know for a fact that I'm going to succeed because I put in the time and the effort to understand everything that I am preparing for. So the bottom line is, if you can combine your best work habits and productive downtime, you will be so successful. There is also a chance that your downtime could be more valuable than your actual work periods. As crazy as it sounds, that's how powerful productive downtime can be. So, when you go to spend time with your friends and family after your work periods are through, you're going to be proud of yourself and you're going to be able to have more fun with them because you don't have that stress of your work. When you go to sleep at night, you're going to sleep with a smile on your face because you know how much you've accomplished, and it will motivate you to do the same thing tomorrow and the next day and the day after that too. So, combine your best work habits with productive downtime, and you will have so much more confidence. You will not feel guilty when you're not working, and you will get the edge over everyone else.